Welcome back, everybody! It's Light of Void here, and today I'm bringing you the third episode of Bronze League Heroes! And today, it's featuring the blue team, Tyrael, Mathael, Brightwing, Irel, and Phoenix the Dragoon. And on the red team, we have Lunara, Zul'jin, LILI, Zara, and Dihaka. As you can see, this is a very interesting match already, with Zara as the main tank, possibly, or maybe Dihaka main tank. I mean, technically, both Zara and Dihaka are reasonable and, you know, well-rounded warriors. Unfortunately, they are not suited to the job of a main tank. And since the red team does not have a main tank, that means they're unable to peel, unable to CC an opponent, but it looks like Irel hopping right into the middle of all 5 members of the red team gets taken out nearly immediately. I'm really not sure what Irel was trying to achieve there. I mean, she was probably just trying to spam her buttons and trying to see what all of Irel's abilities do. And to be honest, Irel's only been released for a couple of only been released for like a week or two, and so far she's been quite underwhelming. It looks like Mathael, where's Brightwing? Brightwing needs to heal up Mathael before he dies to Lunara poison. Looks like none of that will be happening, and of course we have Dihaka in top lane who is trying to split soak. But looks like Irel's gonna hop straight into the middle of 4 red enemy team members again, and taking a lot of damage for nothing. Note that Brightwing, whilst a good sustain healer, she cannot heal quickly. She does not have any sort of on-demand heal. It looks like Tyrael gets taken out by 4 members of the red team again. It looks like Irel hopping straight back in. I'm really, at this point, I'm quite concerned about Irel's mental state. Is she just really wanting to play with the 4 members of the enemy team, or is she just really, like, inexperienced with Irel? I mean, this is probably his first or second Hero League game with Irel. God knows, Irel's only been out a couple of I think she's only been out a week or so, so you really can't expect much from people. Looks like Dihaka's gonna get a little bit of siege damage done to the towers, but Dihaka is not a very good structural, you know, Dihaka doesn't damage structures as good as some other heroes. Looks like Phoenix running out his shields. Brightwing lands a good polymorph on Zara to prevent her from doing any more sort of stuff, but Zara right now is at maximum energy, and with that maximum energy she can deal tons of damage, at least for a ranged warrior. I think Zara is one of the tankier of ranged warriors. I mean, she's got a shield, she's got that sort of nonsense, she can do a lot of damage, but unfortunately she just lacks any sort of, you know, crowd control. In fact, Zara has no crowd control. If you call her a heroic form of crowd control, I really wouldn't be believing you. But let's take a look at the talents today. The talents are always indicative of how experienced a player is with playing a hero. It looks like Tyrael's just hopping in without the aid of Brightwing, and he's just going to sacrifice himself to the gods of heroes. Heroes of the Storm gods. But Tyrael's explosion does manage to take away Zara. In the end, Dihaka's going to start channeling that tower whilst Irel's channel is uninterrupted. And Mathael, I'll say, is quite a nasty choice. I mean, Mathael is good when against tanks and high health enemies, which they do have, Zara and Dihaka, but with Tyrael and Irel, it's really hard to get a lockdown on the enemy team members for Mathael to keep doing his, you know, doing Mathael things, such as applying Reaper's Mark, constantly dealing damage. It's a bit difficult if you don't have a lot of lockdown. And Dihaka is gonna continue, he's gonna continue split soaking, continue split pushing, whilst LILI solo lane is the best, as Phoenix nearly gets killed by the red enemy team there. And meanwhile, Tyrael and Irel are doing a mercenary camp, a siege camp, in other words. But Matthews, one of the best solo laneers, and with the addition of Brightwing here, the Haka really cannot do anything at all. Looks like Urel's gonna hop straight back into. I'm not sure what Urel's doing there, and Tyrion's taking a bit of excessive damage. I certainly hope Urel is not planning to go back in there. Urel, you don't have to do that. If the... Oh dear, dear, dear. Urel just inches away from death as Tyrael sacrifices a portion of his health bar, stepping up to the red enemy team to soak up some of that sweet, sweet damage in order to increase his damage taken statistic. If you are a new player to Heroes of Storm, please note that the damage taken statistic doesn't really tell us all that much about your gameplay except for how much damage the character has taken. You should not interpret that in any way as being expressive or indicative of a player's true potential. In fact, Urel's gonna hop straight back into the back of the minion wave. She knocks away the Haka, but Tyrael gets taken down again. Will Tyrael's explosion get both Sarah and Soljin? What a god, Tyrael sacrificing himself. He knew that his explosion was gonna kill someone, and he decided to sacrifice himself for the greater good. As the Haka manages to get some of that juicy heals of his essence, Matthew is again stunned by the Haka, and Matthew is just getting poked away by Lunara. Urel might be taken down the game, but Matthew did not have to re-engage. He's so thirsty for the kill on LILI. Matthew being the man he is, and Urel, again, this fight over the bottom altar has been lasting forever. And the red team's actually at a disadvantage now with Urel coming in. Urel is taking a bit of tower damage. Oh, Urel, you don't have to do that. But Phoenix gets the channel off, and they manage to pick off Lunara. Beautifully done by the blue team. And Tyrael's going to continue using his smite in order to gain that increased movement speed for his allies, but unfortunately Zul'jin manages to walk away. Now let's talk a little bit about the talents and what I can do to help these poor players who are stuck in the lower leagues. Let's have a look. Urel's going for quite a good build. Divine Steed, the Gift of Naru, you know, Marad's Insight. Your classic Urel Bruiser build, quite good. Brightwing again going for the Phase Shift build. Very common, quite good. Matthew going for the Black Harvest. Interesting choice. And indeed, Matthews went for the Massacre. Raise Strike now damages and applies Reaper's Mark in an area. And applies Reaper's Mark to an area, basically. And Tyrael again, he's going forward. He's doing Tyrael things, I guess. Maybe he thinks that he can get another explosion off. Who knows? But the red team has reached level 10 and the heroics are available. What have they picked so far? LILI, Jug of 1000 Cups. Good. Leaping Strike. It's relatively good. I would prefer the Thornwood Vines here, since the blue team doesn't have a lot of crowd control. But it looks like Tyrael is going to be taken down again. Will his explosion get anything? It will not. Lunara gets healed up by LILI immediately. Urel popping her Argent Defender, absorbing all that juicy damage. Unfortunately, Tyrael died again. Let's have a look at Tyrael. Judgment. He's going for the straight Bruiser Tyrael build. He's even going for Salvation, which is not a very good choice if you're going for level 1 talent. And Urel's going to be taken out by 5 members of the red team again. Matthew lacking the map awareness. He's walked straight into the bush, irregardless of, and he race strikes into the middle of the red enemy team and gets taken down by Zul'jin's Guillotine. And Tyrael using his stuff. He's trying to escape, but Lunara's poison did not manage to get Tyrael at that point. As I said, Lunara's Leaping Strike deals a lot of damage, I must say. And each charge only has a cooldown 20 seconds, stores up to 2 charges, quite good for Lunara. And you can basically just hop around and nobody can really catch you, since the blue team has 0 lockdown, except for a Urel Stun, which is very unreliable, and a Phoenix Slow and a Brightwing Polymorph. That is all the blue team has for crowd control. But the red team's got Zara and and the Haka. That's all the crowd control they've got. So it's very low crowd control. And Phoenix managed to get a purification salvo out, dealing massive damage. But LILI is proving a little bit too powerful here with her massive heals from her jug of 1,000 cups. And Lunara takes down Mathiel. Oh, and Tyrael sacrifices himself for the Mecha Storm gods again. Ooh, Brightwing, fight time! Brightwing's gonna escape. Ooh, Brightwing, always being the last to leave. Urel's gonna do a little bit of split pushing. Urel managed to take that siege camp on her own, but unfortunately she was not in the team fight, helping out her team, and instead, now Urel is going to continue split stoking. Good map awareness by Urel, rotating downwards to the friendly team. But at this point, one should try to get 13 before they fight, so the red team should be looking to get level 13. And should be looking to use that talent tier advantage in order to help them win fights. And Phoenix face tanking the Haka for a moment there as Urel is gonna leap into the battle, but Brightwing unfortunately gets taken down. The Urel pops her Argon Defender for no reason, and Phoenix is in quite a good position to deal lots of damage with the purification salvo, but LILI is completely overpowered in the lower leagues, as proven by this short clip here. LILI's heals are just massive. She lands a blind on Urel, which means that Urel cannot proc her Maraud's Insight, and Phoenix gets taken down by Lunara, with the talent tier advantage being very good for the red team so far. Lunara getting let them wither. This is the good Lunara build as suggested by Beg for Mercy, whose Lunara guide suggested that exactly these talents to be picked. Well, the heroic can be altered, I suppose. And welcome to Zara 1v1 boss, as Zara manages to tank the boss to a certain amount before she yells for help from her teammates, and LILI continues to heal a lot. Zara went for the basic attack build, so that means Zara can do a lot of area of effect damage with her basic attacks, and unfortunately Zara is a little bit low on health, but LILI gets taken down actually, and I think the blue team might just be able to take this boss for themselves. Yes, they will! Or not, or the Haka is proving to be a little bit too tanky with his adaptation heroic. The Haka just healing for 100% of the damage. And I mean, Lunara is just on the side, she's trying to get a bit of damage, and the Haka gets taken down by Mathiel's last right. Mathiel is currently at 2 out of 10 stacks of last rights, with maximum of 10 stacks giving him lots of cooldown reduction on his last rights to a minimum of 15 seconds. 15 seconds, think about that. It's just a finisher every 15 seconds. And Lunara's gonna continue. She's gonna take camp, even though she doesn't know where the blue team is. And Mathiel's just gonna, nope, I'm just gonna walk straight past the tower. I'm really wanting to get this tower as Zul'jin comes in, face tanking the whole blue enemy team, and a beautiful Graviton Surge deals did absolutely nothing because there was no follow-up. Oh, and LILI's just gonna channel her jug of 1,000 cups, doing a lot of healing, but not a lot of anything else. Lunara's coming in. The blue team's just trying to buy time for the channel. Phoenix gets the channel off actually, and Tyrael dies again. Wonderful, Tyrael dies again. Urel's trying to run away. Can she run away? There are 3 members of the red team here, and Phoenix lands his purification salvo, and Mathiel once again going toe to toe with the entire. Okay, right, and Urel leaps in order to peel for Mathiel, I presume, and she commits suicide. Wonderful. The Haka's gonna face tank the towers, and Zara is going to activate her shield. She wants that shield to be procced so that she can get some extra damage. And looks like red team's gonna continue their push into the middle fort, but to no avail, as they have absolutely no minions behind this push. Tyrael is gonna judgment straight to the Haka with no follow-up. Oh, and Tyrael might just get taken down by Lunara's poison. Brightwing does quite good. She disengaged from that fight quite well, but she's going in again for no reason, and she gets taken down by Lunara. Ooh. And Urel's gonna charge into the back of the 5 enemy red team members, and she gets taken out again. Ooh. And I just noticed that this Zul'jin's name is the Lich King. Why is the Lich King posing as a troll? Well, literally a troll. Looks like Red Machine, our Phoenix here, Red Machine, is gonna try to ward off the red team, but to no avail again. Mathael's gonna split push, because that's what Mathaels do best. Imagine if Mathael's passive worked on structures. That would be very, very, very good for the split pushing Mathael build. Unfortunately, Mathael has to half, and Phoenix is going to hop straight into the middle of 4 enemy team members, and he survives that. And absolutely beautiful Graviton Surge from Zara manages to close out that fight. And Phoenix does manage to channel his Purification Salvo, but right now it's 14 to 12. As you can see by the numbers here, the amount of hit points on the court, and Urel's going to attempt to just annoy the enemy team, I suppose. He's gonna knock Zara back. If the Haga lands a stun, and wow, and the Argon Defender actually managed to save Urel there. Quite good, quite good. Let's have a look at Tyrael's build. Law and Order, Burning Halo. So I presume that Tyrael is going straight for the Bruiser healing build, judging by his talent. So he gets a lot of healing from his basic attacks. I'm not really sure that's the best talent build when you're facing up against a LILI who can blind you and you will simply not heal off your auto attacks. But again, the red team is actually managing to secure themselves a very substantial lead with level 19 versus level 16 of the blue team. And if we look at Urel's talent, she is going for the Holy Wrath, but I'm just wondering what the Holy Wrath can actually do. Why is the entire blue team going for auto attack based talents, Urel and Tyrael, when there's a LILI on the other side? I really do not understand it. Lunara's gonna try to poke in. Lunara's doing the right thing. Let's have a look at the number of deaths. Phoenix 1 death, Urel 7 deaths, Brightwing 5 deaths, Mathael 7 deaths, Tyrael 9 deaths. And on the red team, Lunara 1 death, Zul'jin 4 deaths, LILI 2 deaths, Zara 3 deaths, and Dihaka 1 death. And altars are gonna spawn in 5 seconds. And that's not really relevant. Looks like Dihaka's been soaking off XP for his team, so I have to give my. I am quite impressed, as Zul'jin is gonna face tank the entire team, and Phoenix's Purification Salvo unfortunately just doesn't seem to have enough impact on the team fight. But I mean, this is a level 17 versus level 20 team. I would expect the blue team to lose quite horribly here, and indeed, nearly the entire blue team. Actually, 3 blue team members are very low on health. Brightwings got taken out as well, and that was a 3 for nothing trade for the red team. And I think at this point it's gonna be quite difficult to come back. Intensified Toxin from Lunara coming out, and Urel's gonna charge straight into the middle of 4 enemy members and gets taken out again. Pro tip of the day: if 3 of your team members are dead, please do not engage if you are the tank, okay? Because you'll simply achieve nothing out of it. And I presume that Phoenix is very tilted at this point. He's just, I really don't know what I did to deserve such horrible teammates. That's what he's thinking probably. And Zara is one of the best siegers in the game. She can simply give everybody shields, and when the tower damages her shields, Zara will do more damage, so all the better. And I think that the red team are actually going to secure themselves all 3 of the towers. And at this point, it's going to be very difficult. Mathael going straight into the middle of 5 team members. Phoenix does land his Purification Salvo, but Mathael is actually going to take LILI down. Does Mathael have his ult up? No, Mathael does not have his ult up. He's trying to heal off with his soul rip, but unfortunately that was not to be done. Oh god. Why did you do this to me, Mathael? Why did you take last rites with only 2 stacks? Ooh, This is painful. And the final altar is gonna spawn, but it looks like the red team is not going to need that altar, as they have captured all of the 3 towers on the enemy side, and the red team will take the victory today. Oh, I don't have to pause the game. Oh, I just paused the game there. Okay. Well, that was certainly a head turner, with Urel and Tyrael leaping into the middle of the enemy team multiple times. In fact, I'll like to have a look at the death count, with Tyrael at 11 deaths, Mathael at 9 deaths, and 11 kills versus 37 kills, with LILI doing nearly twice the amount of healing as Brightwing, and Phoenix getting as much experience as Soljin, who got the least experience on the red team. A classic game, a beautifully executed game by the red team, specifically deciding not to choose a main tank, a real tank, but instead choosing Xayah and Dehaka, as they know that the blue team also will not capitalize on the lack of a main tank. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching this episode of Bronze League Heroes. If you have any replays that you would like to send in, please send them in to the email address that I will post in the description below. It's sir.lightofvoid@gmail.com. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!